smashed beer bottle. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
What happened in this toilet?
No idea. I'm like, fucking shutting this door. I ain't coming out tonight. I've done enough tonight.
Yeah, and then like I was busy at that second, and Chance comes over and he was like, "Do you think we can ask the dishwasher to clean the urinal because someone just puked in it?" And I was like, "Good luck trying to tell him that because he speaks like zero English." And I was like, "Go ahead, let me know how that happens," because I just wanted to see how he was going to translate it. He cleaned it up, so I mean, I must have understood. Yeah, I don't know. It's people. Look, I'll tell you what though. I've never been in a men's room, but. Women are fucking foul. Women are fucking foul.
Yep.
What is wrong with all you bitches? I don't understand. Just fucking. There's just. You have an extra trash barrel in the stall. Why do you feel the need to take whatever things that were in your body and just place them wherever you feel like it?
Trash.
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
It is fucking gross. Women are foul. So, again, I don't have experience in the men's room, but I imagine.
I'll tell you from someone that checks both bathrooms, make sure there's no sleeping people every fucking day. The women's room's always worse.
Yeah. Always.
Get
your shit together, please.
Yeah.
And I'm not defending someone who throws up in a urinal, but, like, I could see how that happens, because, like, it can come on all of a sudden.
I can see how someone can throw up wherever they
But how do you shit in a urinal?
Because, look, if you don't have time, I imagine.
I mean, I get
that takes more time.
Yeah.
If you're standing in line waiting for the stall to open up and you have to take a massive shit, you cannot wait. You're either going to shit your pants or you're going to drop a deuce on the floor. What are you going to do?
To line it up.
Yeah, I mean,
you're more likely to put shit on your pants anyway.
See, I don't know these things.
I don't feel like there's generally a line at the stall in the men's room anyways.
Well, it depends how much cocaine people are doing.
Oh, all right, that's fair. Good point.
Just make a stall just for cocaine consumption. Like,
oh my god, because nothing makes me more pissed when like you're waiting and you have to piss and like two people come out of like the single seater and you're like, I want to pee. Do your drugs elsewhere.
I want to put one of those giant exhaust fans in there. I want to blow down.
It's just a cloud.
What are you gonna do? Tell me I blew your cocaine all over the place?
There was this is apropos of nothing. You just remind me. I was watching an episode of Cops, and like this woman flags down a cop, and she's like, that woman won't give me my $50 back. He's like, why did you give her $50? She's like, doesn't matter. She won't give me my $50 back. And finally gets out of her that she was trying to buy drugs. And the woman took her $50 and didn't give her drugs. And he's like, what the fuck? So now he goes over and he's like, this woman says that she was trying to buy drugs from you. And I can't arrest you because there's no drug transaction, but you have her $50. Mm-hmm. And the woman's response is, that's ridiculous. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm a prostitute. And the cop is like, the fuck is wrong with my life? I can't arrest any of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Oh, welcome to Bar Talk. I forgot to do the intro. Welcome to Bar Talk. 4 minutes in, we talked about shitting in urinals and prostitutes selling cocaine.
Hey, you know?
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode.
It's Bar Talk. This is Dan from Stats and Jess from New World Tavern where we're recording. I'm Andy.
Carl's not here.
Yeah, Carl's not here again. Shocker.
No, he's probably busy fucking cleaning up all the urinals that people have puked in all his days.
Doing all his cocaine.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Anymore. We've had a talk. We sat him down.
Was there?
Face is enough as it is.
He's wearing out his New Balance. Dude, I can't imagine if he was on drugs.
Oh my god, he's so anxious-ridden as it is.
Yeah. The airport last year and how long he paced around the terminal for our half-hour delay.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. I think we were, I forget who I was talking with. We were trying to convince him that he needs to, like, take an edible. And, like, just to, like, chill out. And he's like, I don't know, I don't know. And he started rapid-fire talking. He goes, This is why. You just need to go home and you need to just shut your brain off and you just need to be in La La Land.
We get him like low dose ones. It's like
I was gonna say, do we give him low dose ones or we just fucking mega dose them just for fun?
I feel like that's a crime.
Yeah.
No, if you'd be like, Karl, here's 100 milligram.
You won't take it. Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I'll just
it's a crime when I say it.
I'll say my man.
It's a crime when I say it. When he says it's a good idea.
Yeah, well, you want to give him a little.
That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We want to give him a little bit of a fighting chance.
The real question is, do we tell Jen?
I think
tell Jen.
Yeah, because I think she'd be for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She would be all for it.
She might tell us wait till she's on vacation.
Do it, but don't bring him to the hospital.
Yeah.
He's definitely not dying regardless of what he says.
He's not dying.
Could we get him a kid leash?
Yeah.
Walking
Yeah.
around?
Yeah.
Or we put him in the van with Matt.
Just hotbox him.
Let him go. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Actually,
I can't.
I saw a video the other day. I was watching Ridiculousness, and they had a video. Like the elementary school, like the big tarp, like multicolored tops that you wave it up and everyone runs underneath. It was on a college campus, and there was like a big giant one that was like in the middle of the campus, completely like afloat. And it looked like a security guy came over and peeked underneath it, and a shit ton of kids ran out, and there was smoke everywhere, and they were just hot themselves.
That's fucking great.
That's
I was like, that's very smart, but also very obvious.
Yeah.
It's got red and blue stripes everywhere.
And a little...
It's like a fucking circus.
little stream of smoke coming up out of the middle.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking...
It's like a teepee.
Teepee. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's cool. We went 10 minutes without talking about bars.
No, we talked about shitting in your
Yeah, we started with bar stuff.
I don't think
Stephanie Crowder wants to know, if you weren't in the restaurant industry, what would you be doing?
Prostitution.
homeless. So then I'd have to convert to prostitution.
Say little column A, little column A.
What would I be doing? That's a great question.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I honestly don't know.
Pretty much only done that.
Yeah, I really wouldn't. I mean, I guess the easiest route would just go back to retail.
I think you say rehab.
I'd rather go to rehab. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I hated fucking
I don't know,
retail.
because I can't see myself being an office person. Sitting in a cubicle and
Yep.
tip tapping away.
I was gonna say no offense. People would complain. They'd be like, her laugh is so loud.
I know. Actually, I'm when I have stuff to do, I'm so quiet. I put my earphones in, I listen to my podcast, and no one talks to me, and I don't talk to them.
So, are they noise canceling headphones?
No, because I
You have no idea if you're being quiet.
no, they're definitely not. Because I still need to hear what's going on around me. But yeah, I can be quiet when I want to. I just choose not to be quiet around you guys. Sorry, I thought I was in the group of friends where I could just be who I am.
I thought you were in a safe space?
Yeah.
Have you not listened to the show?
Yeah, this is definitely an anti-safe
I need
space.
fucking therapy every time we're done.
I mean, it's so to answer the question, I always said my dream job is to be the guy that does the trolley tours and spew out nonsense information. So,
would you do the duck tours in Boston?
yeah, as long as I can tell them whatever I want.
Literally, yeah. Is there a script I have to follow?
That's the Starbucks
No,
where
okay,
Paul Revere would
perfect.
get his coffee.
Yeah. See that street right there? That's where that guy died. What guy? I don't know. He's dead.
He's dead now. No one cares.
What would you do if you didn't do what you do today?
I still don't know what he does.
No one does. Dude, no one understands.
Would you go back to Dome Depot?
I definitely wouldn't go back to retail. If I'm back in retail, my life is on the fucking downturn.
No.
That is red flag
We'll make
number
sure we'll
one.
kick him while he's down if that ever happens.
Yeah, no, that's when you're like, all right, keep firearms away from him. Yeah.
I think that's right now I keep fighting.
Start sending wellness checks to his house.
But I'd probably try to go back to marketing. Maybe some sort of, event planning to. So, I mean, it would be similar, but,
Yeah.
for.
I know there's nothing similar.
Yeah,
restaurant business.
my job is fucking.
I don't know, maybe a barista?
What job could I go to where people just yell at me?
A barista!
I was going to say, most of
I
them
think
are.
that's the same industry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the.
A restaurant industry? You consider that?
No, me being a barista?
No. I'm saying.
Because I'm not directly in the. I feel like I would be a bartender before I went back to retail.
So you would come to the dark side.
I would come to the restaurant industry.
To the darker side.
Yeah.
Is town crier still a job? I could do that. I just fucking ring a bell and yell stuff.
Yeah, I'd be the town buffoon, and I just sit on the side.
What do you mean will be, Jess?
Although, did you see recently there's a guy that's been standing on the corner over here, and he has a video camera, and it says,
oh, is this the vegan guy?
The vegan guy.
Yeah, ask me about being vegan.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, he's there all the time.
He's there, like, I think at least twice a month on, like, a Friday or Saturday night, he stands out in front of, like, right on the crosswalk across from Main Street, and it says, like...
In the crosswalk?
Right in front of the old Eastern Bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, like, what does the sign say? He's like,
ask me
why you should be vegan.
Something like that, yeah.
And so I think Michael, the bartender here, was like, I'm going to go send him some chicken wings. I was like, please do. I will comp them. And please make sure you take a videotape of it.
I think I was talking to Cheese. He was working the door at BBC. And I'm like, maybe someone should ask him why he's like standing in the middle of the street wanting to talk to strangers on a Saturday night. Like, that's part of being vegan.
He doesn't have any friends, obviously. Duh.
And this is the thing. I honestly don't give a shit one way or the other. If you want to be vegan, be vegan. If you want to be vegetarian, cool. But something about vegans, they're fucking militant about it and have zero sense of humor.
Yeah, it's true.
They can't eat fun.
Yeah. I'd be miserable if I could do what I want to do either.
They're not fucking joys to be around.
Right.
Sorry,
well,
vegan.
Your job, the next time the vegan guy's there, is I want you to talk to him.
Been like, why are you people
so
angry?
Drunk coming out of the BBC.
I'm like birthday drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
We're going to invite him to his next birthday.
How was your birthday pub crawl?
My birthday pub crawl was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't out of control.
No? Getting old, washed up?
No, I feel like after like my October out of control, it was like too close to be out of control again, so I just kind of like... I was
a couple months separation.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I mean, I'm still hearing about October on a weekly basis, so I'm like, I'm not going to give them new
Whether you were fucking blackout drunk falling on your face on your birthday or not, you're still going to hear about October.
That's true.
If anything,
that
would have maybe got people to stop.
It's true.
Yeah, but then it's,
You should have deflected.
Yeah.
Deflect.
Deflect. Anyways.
You know why no one talks about World War I? World War II.
I don't know if I want my birthday drunkenness to be compared to the Holocaust.
Well, other things happened, Andy.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you got drunk and almost committed genocide?
I mean, you're in the perfect time.
Start with the vegan guy.
Can I take these two?
I feel like there's going to be like, I don't know what to edit out. So I saw this. This isn't a question. I saw this posted on Bartending Memes Unfiltered, the Facebook group.
I'm glad they're unfiltered.
Yeah.
And I saw this post. I'm like, that is fucking moronic. But I kind of figured, I'm like, I'll throw this out to you guys and just see.
We're morons. Let's do it.
Well, no, just kind of one of those like, wow, they're going to hate this. So this person, who I'm going to remain nameless.
Okay.
Bartenders with OFs, OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
What is a good way to advertise to your customers while you're working without having to personally tell each person?
What? What do you fucking just telepathically let them know?
We're on a shirt.
Check out my OnlyFans.
I'm sorry, that sounds like a fucking horrendous idea.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
Find me on feetpics.com or whatever.
So many weird bar regulars that would pay you so much more money.
Yes.
Like, if
this person wants to tell them, but without letting others know.
No, she said without telling each person individually. Like, it would be fucking playing through the PA, so she could do it multiple people at once.
A business card.
Yeah.
I'm just
just give him the business card.
Just fucking tell him.
Yeah. Here you go. Boop.
Okay, this is totally not the way this conversation I thought was going to get. Dude, aren't customers overly friendly as it is? And then you'd be like, oh, by the way, you can pay $20 and...
But you're doing it anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you already have the OnlyFans or whatever. Like, that's who... If I was an attractive female bartender with an OnlyFans, I would fucking... Every creepy bar regular right there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one that's going to...
Because then not only are they going to pay you for their OnlyFans, but they're probably going to tip you more when they come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
Like,
Well, okay. I was just kind of like, I feel like you're going to get abducted after work.
Although I will say...
that could happen without OnlyFans.
Right.
Of course it can, but I just...
Like, what's stopping them? That might actually stop them because then you already showed them your fucking tits
Right.
or whatever like that. Or your balls, depending if you're a guy too. I don't know.
Okay.
You didn't say their
Depending
names,
what you're
so.
into, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, though, there was one time when I was working at the BBC and the bartender had, a yoga... Like, she was teaching yoga on the side, and she was, harassing everybody, basically, with it. So she would, constantly talk about it. She would give them the business cards, and, these are old dudes that are coming in for lunch, eating a big fat burger and drinking Bud Heavy. They don't want yoga. So, we had to tell her, you can't do that. If somebody that you're having a conversation with, they mention that they really like yoga, then you can say, oh, well, I do this on the side, let me know if you ever, but you can't harass every single customer that comes in and tell them.
If someone came in and you're like, welcome to the New World Tavern, by the way, I do chalkboards. They'd be like, fucking cool.
I didn't fucking ask. Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess you wouldn't, I also wouldn't just rapid fire, with one of those money guns, take a business card with my OnlyFans and spray it all over the restaurant.
Last call. Yeah. Who wants to see my tits?
Yeah. All right. Don't steal my line from me.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
Don't steal my line.
Sorry. Business card's probably a good idea. You drop the check, you put it in there. You don't want it.
Be like, look, I'm feeling that this guy might want to see my feet. Here's my feet.
He's been staring at me nonstop for the last fucking 3 hours.
There you go.
And I keep telling Andy to stop.
Give him a little wink. Hand it to him. Give him a wink. Check out my other. And then he's like, oh, yeah. And he goes home and he checks it out. And then you get double the money. Business card. Boom.
I really wrote that post.
Don't. Don't.
Oh, suddenly the story changed.
Yeah.
Vice is totally different
Unless you're
I
on,
said you can show your balls through.
yeah. Unless you're on beardfinder.com, I don't think anybody wants to,
whatever. That's just fucking hurtful, man.
Well, you said this was an unsafe space, so I'm just going with it.
It wasn't describing how it should be.
That's a question I wish Karl was here to answer. Because I feel like he'd be really awkward in it.
Yeah, he would not probably answer that.
He's not as progressive as me and Jess.
Yeah, it's true. Look, he's got to get with the times.
As a bartender, you're already fucking wore yourself out emotionally.
Yeah, it's true. Exactly. Yep.
It's called being a good businessman.
Exactly. You just got to get that money. Doesn't matter how.
But I honestly was just kind of I feel like that is...
You should ask the manager to put your OnlyFans website on the bottom of the receipts, and so it just automatically prints out every
just
single
a QR
checkout.
code.
Yeah. Scan here for my OnlyFans. It's like, what? What kind of a place is this?
The best guy.
Yeah. They should start
The
doing
best
that.
is fucking Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. Maybe they should do that at strip clubs, on the bottom. That's a good idea. Right?
It's probably, I don't think I've ever gotten a receipt from usually pretty much a cash service. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I'd be like,
that's sometimes you go.
I bet you no one takes it home.
I went to Centerfolds in Boston, and it was a bunch of us, and I did ask for a receipt because I needed to I put it all on my
fucking
card.
write enough taxes.
No, I put it all on my card, and I had to collect
when you were
money.
a fucking holiday
Yeah. All right, everybody, we're going to Centerfolds.
Get in my van.
We're going for a
It's
good
gonna
night
pop
out.
up ceiling.
Yeah. You guys can
Retractable
sleep up
stripper
there.
pole.
Yeah. Yeah, see?
Jess
Okay.
just drives around in the champagne room.
Yeah. My van is the champagne room.
It's more like the Miller High Life room.
Champagne
beers.
beers.
I know, that's why
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Shit, I thought I had more questions.
Oh, nice. You thought we were going to go longer with the OnlyFans rant?
Well, a little bit.
Long.
It was pretty long, but I thought I had other... Wait.
It's better than our answer to what would we do besides bartending.
Yeah. I'd have to go with OnlyFans. Yeah, I would literally, that's all I would end up doing, is OnlyFans.
We'd start a cult.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be such an easy gig.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I might do it.
Yeah.
I might just do it anyway. Probably not.
You'd be just like the cult of French bulldogs, and
Yeah.
instantly you'd get 1 million people.
Yep.
to join.
I think we're already a cult.
We're already there. You're already
there.
Joshua Slowinski.
Oh.
He wants to know, how many times do you debate closing your business? So, I mean, I feel like that's
Hopefully
more
never.
Karl. But do you ever feel like,
you should stop doing what you're
or
doing?
you just kind of like, how often do you be like, why do I do this?
Why do I do this?
Because I get that feeling pretty regularly.
Yeah. I do. I get that sometimes.
Like, this has to be a fucking easier way.
Yeah. I get that sometimes, not necessarily here, but like some of my other side, like my arts and crafts and shit. I'm like, why do I even bother? But when do you I mean, it sounds like this person might have to close their business anyway if they're already asking that question.
Well, I don't know, and that's it's there's not enough information there, because it could be, when do you kind of cut your losses? But the way I took it, and probably because I went through a pretty heavy bout of burnout over the holidays, was just kind of like, even from a management position, do you ever get to that point where just like, I could just be a bartender and not deal with half of this shit?
Oh yeah, every day.
I won't lie. I have not. I thought I would, but I have not wanted to go back to bartending.
Really?
But I still feel like
because
but
I got burnt out so bad doing that.
But how long have you been doing this at Stats now?
5 years.
5 years. All right. You may be coming to that point, because I feel like I felt the same way too. It was like, yeah, I can never do it. I can never go back to bartending. This is great. Management's great. Like doing this, like I don't have to deal with. There's certain other things that you don't have to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I love to talk, sometimes I'm not a people person, which you have to be a people person when you're behind the bar. So I totally am fine with that.
Yeah.
I totally get that. But after a while, you're like, ugh, I could just bartend, come in 4 days a week, not have to deal with this side of the bullshit, make money. But then it's catch-22. Well, then I'm not sure about how much money I'd make every week. And then, I'd have to deal with this instead of that. It's like...
It's a grass is always greener kind of thing, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying
you might be getting
I couldn't bartend, but I'm also in a different spot to you where you're in charge of everything.
Right.
I'm not anymore.
Yeah,
like, I'm kind of in a good level where, like, I'm in charge of a lot.
Yeah, but not everything.
In charge of everything, which I think probably got me to the I don't want to do this point anymore, because I did both where I bartended and was in charge of everything. True. So that fucking just burned my fuse way.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that's true.
See, I found that kind of middle area way more frustrating on a retail.
Depends where you work.
Yeah, it was in the retail world, but it was just kind of like where upper management was just like, this needs to be done, and you'd be like, I don't have the resources or the people, or it physically can't be done for some reason, and their response would just be like, well, it needs to, and you're like, cool. I don't know, we're at an impasse here, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong with this. I've been like, I could bartend again, but I've never wanted to go back to doing that full time again. Just because, like, one thing is, I don't think I have the fucking social fuse, energy or battery, whatever, to do that.
Yeah, my social fuse has gone way downhill. Yeah. Because especially when you were bartending at the BBC, that's a way different level of being social with people than it is, say, here or anywhere else, I think, because you have to know every single person that walks in that door and what they drink, and if you don't, you're a bad bartender.
Yep.
So, that level of, I can't remember people's names for the life of me until I physically see it, say if they start a tab, and, I physically see it on a card. I have a visual memory better than anything else. So, I'll remember what you drink. Yeah. I won't remember your name for months.
Yep.
That doesn't mean that I'm a bad bartender. Because I have, I have a golden retriever with memory sometimes. It is what it is.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
But also, the BBC, if it's jam packed, is one thing. But even if it's mildly busy, you're somehow still part of everyone's conversation. To the point where they'll be like, Dan, what do you think about blah blah blah?
Yeah.
And it is a different animal.
It really is.
It's a circus. And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, well, I don't do this circus anymore.
Yeah.
And you can see.
And don't get me, I liked working there.
No,
I don't think you can do that on that level for so long. I wish I was one of the people that worked at and worked maybe 2 days a week and fucking cleaned up and didn't have to think.
It was it's also a little different though than say like a bar like this. Because someone can be like, say something, and I've seen bartenders be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, like it was a different kind of bartending.
Now you can.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not as much when we were there. Because we were still part of
the whole
umbrella.
Okay,
Yeah.
Like, I can get away with it because I have a way of telling people to fuck off.
Yeah, without
and
literally,
I'm joking.
Yeah.
But, like, you couldn't be like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Because all it takes is you to email.
Corporate.
Like, I've dealt with it. Too, so.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's a weird mix because that place has that vibe that you should be able to do that.
Yeah.
But you couldn't.
Interesting. Yeah.
Although I will say, like, and sometimes when I would come and, like, work for you, and like you said, like, I wish I could just be a person that comes in and works 2 days a week, and, like, I was helping you out a couple times.
Yeah.
I felt so out of place because I didn't know people. And I would know them because, like, I would come in and I'd see that person and I know that they come all the time and like I'll remember like, oh, you drank this. But like if they walked in the door and they saw somebody that they didn't know, they'd be like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm sorry.
I had that my first day.
I was gonna say I did that recently. There's Hugh who works over there, being kind of like fills in shifts.
Oh, okay.
And like I turned around and he's like handed me a beer and I'm like, you still fucking work here?
But yeah, I mean, it was like. I don't know. It's a different breed over there. That's for sure. But I definitely don't think I could keep up. Like Bridget and Michael and Chance and like there's so many people here that just love to talk with the customers and they love to, get to know the ins and outs and this, that, whatever. And I'm like, I'm more of like, all right, let's go. Come on. All right, what do you want? Okay, here's your drink. Okay, cool. Is your food good? Awesome. Great. Blah, blah, blah. And I just want to like, not kick them out, but like, I want to do what I have to do and get it done.
Yeah.
That's just how I am in general. So, like, to stand there and chit-chat and be like, I don't know,
See, I always look at it and be like, that'd be kind of a fun job, and then I see you guys have to deal with, like, some fucking total asshole.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd be like...
Well, you hope that...
I don't know.
The assholes more outweigh the assholes.
Yeah.
So, like, that's every fucking job.
I was going to say...
Yeah, I suppose.
It's few and far between in here.
Ooh, I have a good asshole story.
Ooh.
So, I was at a local establishment recently, the BBC, and... which is, I'm not going to say dog friendly, but people. It's
questionable.
But people bring dogs in. Yeah, dog tolerated. But also kind of the point where I've been in there and the bartender's like, okay, it's time for you to leave with your dog. It's too busy.
Yeah.
So I went in there.
Now, question.
Yes.
Does this individual put their dog on the chair?
No.
Okay.
In fact,
it narrows down to a few people that I know.
In fact,
the reason why I was asking.
if he had. The beginning of my experience would have been completely different. Because it was a Saturday night, not the busiest it's ever been in there, but it was
pretty poppin'.
It didn't take much to make it pretty crowded.
There was 15 people. And I walk in and I trip over something, and I look down and there's a fucking dog.
Yeah.
And I look up and the guy's giving me a dirty look, and I want to be like, are you fucking kidding? Like,
Yeah.
you gave me a dirty look?
You have a dog in here.
It's like Saturday at 10. It was late.
Guarantee I know who it was.
I think I might know who it was.
I don't know. Maybe. And then I'm like, the fucking
what
floor.
kind of dog was it? That narrows it down.
It was really dark. I want to say it was like an English bulldog or something close to
that
that.
throws it out. Yeah, never mind.
So
it was really dark, and he had already had 10 PBRs, so he's not sure what breed of dog it was.
No, it wasn't PBR. I actually, I actually left. I was drinking White Claws.
And to be fair, 11 a.m. does look like 11 p.m. over there.
That's also true.
This time of year.
Yeah.
But anyways, so like the floor was wet, but it wasn't raining, and I'm like, did he fucking let his dog piss on the floor?
Oh jeez.
And now I'm like, just kind of like, it's just dark. He didn't fucking know, whatever.
Yeah. Oh god, he pissed on the floor?
No, he's pouring his Guinness on the floor for the dog to lick up.
Stop.
And I'm like, this guy is the biggest fucking asshole.
Oh
and
my god.
Within 5 minutes, for various reasons, the entire end of the bar was like, this guy needs to die.
Yeah.
Like, he was a piece of shit for multiple. That was the problem I had, but everyone hated for different reasons.
So why did whoever was working not...
I think it was busy enough that they didn't notice.
Huh. But, did none of you many regulars, say, hey, this guy's giving his dog beer on the floor?
The funny part was when...
Can I get a dog bowl filled with Guinness, please?
That That would have been fine if it was in a fucking bowl.
Yeah.
But, like, when I got there, like, he slid money across the bar. I thought he was leaving, so I'm like,
Sure.
well, you know, what are you going to do? Maybe they already told him to
was
leave.
paying
And
for the bartender's OnlyFans.
I don't know what he was trying to do.
Trevor.
But then,
Definitely Trevor.
but then he kept, like, getting other beers. And at one, like, as I was leaving, because I didn't stay very late, I said to Cheese, I'm like, there's a fucking guy in there, like, you know, pouring beer on the floor.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? Still? I'm like,
Wait,
no,
still?
he didn't say still, but he was kind of like in there right now. Like, he meant, like, is it still happening kind of thing. So
He's been feeding him beer for 6 hours.
But yeah, what a piece of shit that guy is.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. But like, everyone there was like, this guy.
I went to a bar yesterday and there was a
fucking
guy that had a dog in his hand. And he was like standing at the end of the bar and you could tell he was a regular. And I was like, there's a dog in this restaurant. Okay, interesting. And then he like chugged a beer and then he left. I was like, oh, maybe it was just like a quick come and go scenario.
Well, my dog fucking.
Yeah.
Pop in, hope no one notices.
Yeah. And it was on a busy street, so it's not like he was walking his dog.
Yeah.
It was like definitely put his dog in the car, drove here, took his dog out of the car, came in, chugged the beer.
Probably
and
told
left.
his wife he's taking the dog for a walk.
Yeah, I'm walking in the bar.
Why does the dog smell like Guinness?
Never mind you.
Yeah, we're running one of our dog lick paintings at Barrel House Z.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
You're keeping the peanut butter industry going.
Yeah, pretty much,
In more ways than one.
Yep.
Hey, listen.
Check out Andy.
Oh, see, I was gonna say, so you're subscribed to my OnlyFans, thank you. But someone,
Peanut butter gnome.
someone posted, someone
Watch
posted.
him lick peanut butter off of various parts of his body.
She's a subscriber, see.
I'm trying to make you money.
You should manage.
Yeah, right? Come on.
But someone posted me like, I can't believe that this place lets dogs in. I'll never go there again.
Oh, good.
And it was just one of those.
Dog
I'm
hater.
sure you weren't going there anyways,
Right.
but yeah, I'm like that's not a fucking new thing. Like they're
You
not.
should have like a cat knit one, and then
Fuck
all those
that.
fucking high ass cats everywhere.
Fuck that.
Cats
Imagine a
chase
room
that.
full of cats, though.
Ugh.
Oh, you see those like cat cafes?
Oh my god, a friend of mine went to one of those. I'm like, that's
No, thank
gross.
you.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think
was
there's
it
one in Boston.
He went. He was up in Canada somewhere.
Oh, fucking Canada.
Yeah.
Canadians are
Yeah.
weird anyway. They
Yeah.
should probably have a moose cafe.
I'd rather a moose
a
cafe.
caribou
They're pretty
cafe.
angry.
But cats kind of piss on everything.
Yeah, cats suck.
Cats are gross.
They just
Pretty gross.
push your coffee off the table. Fuck this thing.
I respect.
He's like, that's cool. He's like, there's just like holes and like cats come crawling out of them. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound awesome. All right, this one is
How
from
many times can we shit on cats from hate mail?
Maddie Phillips. Pretty quick.
I don't know. I've been
From experience.
Then why aren't I CC'd on these fucking?
Because
hate
they're from the other
emails?
show. Maddie Phillips, tips for getting green dye off your hands.
Cut them off. Fuck it.
Yeah, seriously.
Green now.
Yeah. No, there really is no way.
There
Like
is, yes.
it's like, like it sucks for me too because like when I get like a stamp or like or I get pen or something on my skin just in general takes forever to scrub it off. Like I will take a Brillo pad and I try and fucking scrub it.
Just makes
Days,
it worse. Just
yeah,
rubbing it in.
yeah, like just days. It won't. So it sucks on my skin anyway. But like under the fucking nails,
Well, under the nails is tough. Have you tried like a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser?
Yep, I've tried.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just the way my skin
You know
is.
who probably
But,
has a stupid remedy for this? Jordan.
call him. Put him on speakerphone.
Alright, let's see if he answers.
Yeah, the way to get them off your hands is just to not do it. We stopped doing it here because it's just
I don't think
it's a
we do it.
fucking
No, we
mess.
definitely don't do it.
I mean, it doesn't really change like the flavor of the beer because you're probably getting it.
Well, it shouldn't.
Like,
Yeah,
anyway.
it shouldn't.
It makes it maybe a little saltier.
Yeah, but like it's I don't know, maybe like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe it'll come off eventually.
eventually.
It's just real awkward if you are a weekend bartender.
Yeah.
Office warrior.
You have one hand that's green.
Fucking covered in green.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Let's see if we can
or
answer.
oh yeah, or if you wear gloves while you're. That's the only.
That won't
thing.
work,
I
then.
know it just doesn't.
Mr. Driscoll.
Jordan Chabot, Bar Talk Podcast here. You're on speakerphone. We're calling to see if you have any suggestions for getting green dye off your hands.
Oh, crap. Wow, it really put me on the spot here.
We figured you would have some old wives' tale how to do it from New Bedford.
I've restricted green beer from Speedwell Tavern for like as long as I can remember, so I've erased a lot of those dark memories from my brain. But if I remember correctly,
here we go.
Believe it or not, hand sanitizer kind of works because it has that ethanol in it that we all boiled down during the pandemic and turned into hand sanitizer from beer.
Oh, they're talking about moonshine.
I want to say, but good luck if you're a nail biter like me, because you're gonna have green gas for like 3 months after St. Patrick's Day. There's nothing you can do about it.
So rub vodka on your hands to get it off. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, I mean that kind of already happens while you're bartending, right? So I guess it's Honestly, you can rub a little vodka on it for any of your ailments, and it usually cures it, in my personal experience. But.
I'll rub it on the inside of me. Yeah.
Where are you guys recording right now? Are you at New World?
Yeah.
You're at New World? I should go crash your party.
Yeah, come on over.
I'm right across the street. I'm just cutting chicken right now, so I'll
bring the chicken with you.
Give it to the vegan guy across the street.
How much longer are you guys recording for?
Probably about 20 minutes or so.
All right, I'll be over in like 5.
Okay.
Okay, love you, bye.
So I was wrong having alcohol. I wasn't wrong.
Yeah. And you were right. You were like, Jordan, I have an answer.
It cures all.
I think that's our first call-in we've ever had.
Look at that.
That's how we're gonna get.
Phone a friend.
All right, now call Karl next.
Just gonna call
Fish is
everybody.
gonna be like, good, stop calling. You can barely get this microphone to pick you guys up in the room.
All right, this is Kayleen Smith. She just found out her boyfriend tips 12%. What should she do?
Break up with him, obviously.
She edited it, and she said he now tips 20%.
Still break up with him.
Still break up with him. Because who knows? He's going to change his ways.
Now.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah, is he only tipping 20% when you're there?
That's You should only love him 15%. Yeah. Only hand stuff.
Oh, is he
with hand sanitizer.
Yikes. I feel like that's a 4% tipper, right?
He's giving her 4% of his tip?
Well, no, Hey! Jesus. But I've actually, I was on a date at Captain Al's in Wareham, the tiki bar there.
Yep.
And
Captain Al's for a date?
Was
it first date?
It was like our second stop. Like we went to dinner.
Second stop of a first date?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Then. Sorry.
And
where'd you go for the third stop?
We didn't because when the bill came. No, because when the bill came and there's that awkward thing where she reached for. I'm like, no, let me get it. And then she's like, well, at least let me tip. Her tip. She was an industry worker from the Cape.
Okay.
Was like 15%. To the point where I still tipped on. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I can't believe you work in the industry and that's what you're tipping. We're not having a second date. Like, there was no second date.
You just get up and storm out.
I was just like, wow.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
Crushes his tiki.
They make good drinks.
Yeah, they
It's a fun place.
Heard of this place.
Yeah.
Captain Al's?
It's
tiny little, it's a fun little place, yeah.
We should go there sometime.
Yeah.
In the summertime, it's a little bit better, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Sucks when it can be more crowded.
They just have it.
It was packed when I was there, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's not a big place either, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Tiki
cool
drinks are like nice weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have good
Crappy
food.
weather.
Right. Yeah, well, I don't really want to go anywhere in this fucking shithole weather we've been having for the last 57 days.
I was,
Man, life's life. Just go places.
Look at you not being...
Oh, we were running an event in Middleborough? I think it was Middleborough, like the other night. And I was wearing my Frankie's Tiki Bar shirt, which is the Tiki Bar we went to in Vegas. And this girl comes up and she goes, "That's my favorite Tiki Bar." And I'm like, "The one in Vegas?" She's like, "Yeah, it's awesome."
Is it though?
It is. It's fantastic.
So you remember it?
I do.
You know who would hate it? That fucking light lady.
I don't know. It might be
She might like
perfect.
it.
Yeah.
No
I was
lights.
saying she would love it because there's no fucking lights.
Should we pause our questions until Jordan?
Yeah.
gets
Let's.
here?
I'm just. Stay tuned for.
We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back to the show, Jordan Jabbat of Speedwell Tavern
It's been a while.
and Sixes and Sevens. I think last time you were on was before Sixes and Sevens was up.
Yeah, it was either or it was like real. No, I think it was before because I mean it was like 2 years I was talking about.
Yeah, this is like
Don't say
a Candyman situation. We said his name 3 times and I was here.
Sorry, it doesn't quite work like Karl, but
I don't know. We still
Yeah.
still showed up.
It's like the more you say his name, the less he's likely he's going to show up.
his relentless showing up is the reason why I stopped showing up. So if that curse has been lifted, guys, you might
I
see
was
more.
gonna say he hasn't been here in like 5
Yeah,
episodes.
we rescheduled her. It doesn't come to that either.
Busy man. Busy man.
All right.
And then, of course, the one episode he did show up for, we had our inspection.
Oh, yeah, but that's
are you kidding me?
Literally,
Yeah.
we pressed record, and then like 2 seconds later, Carl's like, "The inspection's here."
I haven't listened to the new episode yet. Is that
Yeah.
why it's called Inspection?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think it was a really good episode because, like, we would have never come up with that topic.
It's chaos. That's
Yeah.
absolute chaos.
It was so funny. So he's like, "You guys record. I'll go deal with the health inspector," and then like,
And then just
then
fucking
he just
ghosted.
left.
Dude, that is the most stressful,
Yeah.
because you would think it's like concrete, but it's so subjective on what inspector you get. So you got your shit together, but it doesn't matter because in the eyes of this inspector, compared to the one you had 6 months ago, like it might be a completely different set of rules.
I have a follow-up question from the inspection episode.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a white binder now?
No.
Is it the pest control binder they were asking for?
No, he just Karl apparently is either colorblind or doesn't listen, which is probably both. But I keep all the I keep all the paperwork for like the fire department, the certificates, the just everything in a blue binder behind the bar.
Yep.
And he kept asking me for the white binder, and I said there is no white binder. It's the black or the blue binder behind the bar. And then he comes back and he's like, "Where's the white binder? There's no fucking white binder."
Maybe like the first year he was open, he was actually organized and had a white binder with all that shit.
It's still somewhere.
Yeah, it's buried in the ceiling. Yeah, we both look up. Me and Dan both look up like, yep, that's the way you put him. That's where Karl would put a binder.
Both look up and there's no way Colin.
There's actually file cabinets up there. I'm like, wow, you have file cabinets?
No, they came with the business. It was from the Indian place.
You lost the fucking key. But
Yeah, exactly.
Sixes came with a safe.
Wow.
Yeah, and my partner spent
Anything good in there?
no, which sucks. I hit spoiler alert. Nothing good in there. But this safe was like.
Say, haven't you seen TikTok? There's never anything inside.
I know.
Dude, it was 5 feet. It's 5 feet tall. We still have it. We store our t-shirts in there now. But he spent 12 hours, legit, with a crowbar, a blowtorch, because the previous owners had no idea what was in it either. It was a restaurant for 30 years, and it came with that restaurant. So we opened it, and it was just a couple old newspaper articles and some photos of the building from when it sold, and that was it. No
was
money.
it supposed to be a time capsule?
I guess that's kind of what it was. It was the most unnecessary.
Serial killer's fucking safe.
Dude, the steel on it is 4 inches thick. The door, we had to have a scrap metal guy come get the door because we had nowhere to freaking put it. And he spent countless hours getting that thing over. We were so disappointed. Nothing. Not even a plague. Not even an Egyptian curse. Nothing.
In the bottom of the BBC, there's a safe. But it's so heavy that you have to rip up the floor to get it out.
Correct. That's the same thing there. The safe's going nowhere. We got the door off. We got rid of the door. The safe's there. Now that's where the t-shirts go.
A buddy of mine was renting. Bought a new house. Was fixing up his old house to rent out, and he was putting up some baseboard. And when he went to nail baseboard in this closet, the fucking wall moved, and he took the wall out. And there was this weird audio recorder and a fucking, accounting machine, and I get this phone call. He's like, "You have audio equipment, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, and he tells me the story. I'm like, "You're on your way right now, right?" He's like, "I'm in the car right now."
Whoa!
And so we.
Sorry to keep interrupting. I don't think that these actually.
So we had to figure out how to play it back.
Yeah.
And so that took a little bit of finagling, and so we're playing it back. It is someone reading the fucking warranty like testing it out, being like, and I'm like, this is still definitely involved in a crime. Like, there's no way this is not a crime.
Yeah. There was intent to like record somebody or something in there, like,
or it's all in code.
Ooh, I like that. That's some boiler room Illuminati shit right there.
No one has a secret warranty room.
So eventually, I'm like, what did you do? He's like, I found a really bad piece of art. I put the art with it and nailed it back.
Oh, that's awesome! I love that. I would have recorded something wicked obscure on it, like
for the next guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like DB Cooper. Like,
Oh man.
All right, so let's answer questions since Jordan came over to do that. Kate Lewis, do you prefer having a host or to seat yourself if you're serving? So if you're
as a server.
Yeah.
My servers on Friday and Saturday nights will tell you, we wish somebody was here to handle this.
Yeah.
But I've been in there a couple times to like help them out, and maybe subconsciously have done a terrible job because I don't like doing it. I make it way more difficult. Like it's just too many hands in the pot. You know what I mean? Like they know their rotation, and like I guess it depends where you work.
I know. Yeah. I feel like there's sometimes where we've had to go without, say somebody calls out and like whatever, we just have to adjust, and there's really no hiccup in the system.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like everything still flows, the staff just takes care of it. I mean, there's tables directly next to the front door.
Yeah.
And so it's easy to like see somebody come in if you're waiting on a table that's literally right next to it. Like, so I guess it just depends.
One of my jobs, when I worked at Friendly's in the Natick Mall, we would have a host on weekends, and you need a host there because if you were the first two fucking sections, you would get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
That fucking section, you would. So there, I think you need a host. I like hosts, but
it depends too, because like all the staff pools their tips, so you don't have you don't have to fill in a rotation that you have to follow. Right. So if anybody just sits wherever they want, it's fine because it's not like you're fucking over a server by everybody wanting to sit in one section and no one sitting in this one.
Right.
But I don't know. I guess as a server, if as a server I'm not paying for that person to be here, I guess I'd prefer to have somebody so I don't have it to do it. But,
right.
But that's, you know what I mean? But that's not like, that's just somebody being lazy.
That's why they love it when I'm over there and I purposely do a bad job, is because they know I'm not going to take any tips from them. They know I'm going to bust their tables. Yeah. They know like I'm going to fucking yuck up the crowd. And I'm like, I don't need to be here right now. Like, you guys are doing fine without me. I haven't done it in years. I'm acting like I was there last week. But no, I've never really I've worked at one spot where we needed like maitre d's. But that's the other extreme where it's like fine dining, you need that person because there's accommodations other than just the table and all that. But I forget, like there's a host here and there's a host at Stats too. No shit.
I know, I'm trying to think of other places in town that have a hostess.
So
there's really not that many.
No.
Because, well, you're either a small enough place that you don't have to, or it's just like you're not bumping crazy busy where you can't. The only time that it sucks here when we didn't have a hostess is if we had to go on a wait. Which is few and far between because we're so big, but like it's just a pain in the ass.
Who monitors that?
Yeah, like who monitors that? So I actually bought a pager system for like the very few times that we have to do it because it's just less pain in the ass to deal with when we don't have a hostess on.
Right, and you got a lot of space for like people to kind of wait. So finding them and tracking them down is a little bit of a pain in the ass. Like me, we just wait out in the cold.
Yeah.
We'll come get you when there's a table.
Yeah, no offense. I've walked into Speedwell and there's two people waiting, and I'm like, oh no. Just because there's nowhere to wait.
It's anarchy.
There's enough, like, if you're one table, there's enough room to wait. If there's two, not really.
But at least
we know what we are.
Here in your place, there's an area to, like, stand by the bar and wait and, like, get a drink.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have, like, a lobby area to just stand and, like, even ours, like, our lobby area is, like, just in the way. So, But, like, a hostess is, I don't know. A hostess is kind of like, it depends on what you're looking for. Like, if you want somebody to be there, right there, you don't have to worry about it. Nobody has to wait. Nobody's like, there's no purpose of somebody turning around and walking out your door. Then it's good. But at the same time, it's like, how necessary is it? And are you willing to spend that kind of money as a manager and an owner?
Yeah, it's hard to like really put a measuring stick on it, depending on what kind of place you have. Like, I can picture places that you don't have the sight line like us and Speedwell and New World here, like where you could see the whole dining room for the most part. You know, if you were seating people in like the back room, you would need a fucking hostess.
Oh, yeah.
Like absolutely.
Well, when we have like on parade day, for instance, we have a door guy up front to make sure that people are 21, but then we also have a door guy out back to make sure that people are actually 21 when they go in, because there's no line of sight. There's no like busy day like that. Like you're not catching that.
Thinking about like the chain restaurants you walk in almost now, and the way they're building them is like there's a wall. You don't even see the dining room. Like you step in and there's like a takeout area, and then there's like a podium, and there's a wall behind that podium, so you can't see the bar, you can't see the dining room. Like you need someone there greeting somebody. So if you didn't have anybody, I'd be like, I don't even know if they're fucking open. I'm turning around, getting out of here. Like I'm not gonna go seat myself. There's like, where's the person in charge?
That's like Tolson's.
Right.
Tolson's has that exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have to have, or you have to have a hostess, or at least your server has to be like on top of things.
And right.
To see somebody coming through the door, because if you walk through that door, the only thing that you see is just the dining room a little bit, the hostess right in front of you, and then
so you can peek in the bar.
A little bit of the bar over there.
And same is said for the server. Now the server can't see you over there either. Yeah. So now she's supposed to be focusing on her tables, or she or he, sorry. Yeah. Is focusing on those tables, and like, every 2 seconds in between bringing out food and stuff, she's got to run out, do a lap by the front podium and see if there's anyone waiting there.
And
like,
that's a huge place too, and the kitchen's all the way in the back. It's just like, it really depends.
That kitchen's a fucking maze too.
It is. It's huge. Yeah. It's a great kitchen, but it's huge. Yeah. But as a server though, I'm sure it's the least amount of work that you can do possible is probably the best.
right.
Yeah. I mean, here I think I ask a little, and I'm sure you do in Speedwell too. You ask a little more of your servers and your bartenders. You do a little bit more.
Like, it's a place like, you come in with a little bit of experience, and you're gonna have to hustle. You're gonna have like a stressful half an hour, but you're gonna walk out with a shitload of money and forget all about it until the next day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So. Literally.
Try into your money sack.
Yeah. I think people are better like that too. If you fill in the gaps of like idle hands, they perform better overall. Like it's that hot cold.
Oh,
like like if you give too many people nothing to do, then everything just falls to shit.
Oh, for sure.
I'd rather have too less of people with too much to do. And like maybe service gets a hit once in a while, but I think people get in their rhythm better with that.
No, I agree.
So since Jordan's here, Len Marshall, how did you decide on your concept? What is it? And has it changed over time?
Oh, well,
it's not directed at you. But,
I was going to say, all right.
With Speedwell as a whole,
Speedwell was a combination of being a sister restaurant to a restaurant that I had already run, and then it ended up right in the middle of building it. That fell apart, and I still had half of the identity of the restaurant, And then we opened trying to be separating ourselves from that restaurant while also having the same logo as that restaurant and the same menu as that restaurant. So, that's kind of an outlier story there. With Sixes, it was, all right, we want it to sort of be like the Speedwell model, but less complicated. And then the branding of it was on 7 South 6th Street. So I named it Sixes and Sevens, which is an old British idiom for confusion. And if you go into that place and look around, it's
pretty confusing.
It doesn't make much sense. Like the layout's great. It's a restaurant layout, but like the decor, feels like Jesse Pinkman's aunt's house. You know what I mean? Like some asshole inherited a really nice Victorian house and hung up all his band posters on it. There's definitely a lot of thought behind it though, and you don't want to be generic. Like I could have just called it Mayflower Tavern. You know what I mean? And put fucking pictures of the Mayflower and pilgrims all on the inside because it's Plymouth and people are going to eat it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing is like Speedwell has the Plymouth tie,
right?
But it takes
Not like the main street.
It takes 30 seconds of Google search to figure out why.
Right.
Or you just learned fucking history when they taught you in school.
No one taught the
I was
Speedwell
going to say no one taught the Speedwell
history.
Well,
it is. It's fucking the ship that didn't make
Then
it.
The ship that made it eventually.
You need to stand on the corner of Main Street and Middle Street, and you need to tell people the
I'm going to
history.
sit next to that guy.
Ask me how much bacon is awesome.
That's why it shouldn't be vegan.
Yeah. Well, I imagine that you'd have to change over time.
Yeah, you definitely evolve with your clientele, right? If you're supposed to be giving the customers what they want, at eventually a certain point, your customers are always going to be evolving and changing, and demands are, and
Well, and this is a perfect example too, because we talked about this earlier. How I'm putting out surveys for New World Tavern. I want to hear all the good, bad, the ugly, everything.
Yep.
Oh, somebody just sent a survey the other day, and they said you used to be the craft beer bar place to go to, like the place to go to, and now, it doesn't seem like that anymore. And I kind of was like, okay, like that's good feedback, but at the same time, I'm like, because when we do bring in all this craft stuff, it never sells. And not that we don't. I mean, there's still, I make sure to always have something local that's craft. I always make sure to have, Night Shift and Sour Not Sorry and like all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, because I'm not bringing in a log that costs
$180.
$350. That doesn't mean that we're not a craft beer bar anymore, but we also have to evolve with what people are looking for and want. And so the craft beer bar scene isn't really there anymore.
It's not there anymore because you can go to
the brewery.
You can go to 99 and they'll have some of the bigger craft beers on, but just because craft beer is so ubiquitous now.
We're in a weird spot right now with that.
I feel like it's the craft beer brewery is the big thing right now. So breweries having their own. No, you don't think so? Even
Andy gets a nice touch of
they are
everything.
on a distinct decline.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm saying for Plymouth, I'm saying, so we have.
It's definitely what it is.
It is because now we have Untold and Vitamin C that is moving right down the street. Then we have Second Wind, and then
Sour Not Sorry.
Plymouth is weird because it has a built-in people come to Plymouth.
Correct.
Right.
But just like from traveling around to different craft breweries, like Article 15 closed just the other day.
Okay.
Burke's closed. I mean, I see the craft beer bubble bursting. I see some of smaller breweries running around to try and stop that. And I've seen not their quality of beer, just certain things are not the way they should be.
Well, I think I'm thinking it more on a level of customers going. If they want to get a craft beer, they're going to go to the brewery to get it. I think that's where I'm thinking.
And I think across the board, it's declining. Yeah. So that even though if they do want it, I agree with Jess. If they want a good local fresh IPA, they're not going to be like, I'm going to go to New World and see if they have Second Wind. So just go to Second Wind.
Right.
I think you're right. But the other thing is, instead of them going to a craft brewery, they have a choice of 40 within reasonable driving distance of their house, which then just dilutes that crowd, and no one's winning.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not wrong,
right?
But it's if you go to a brewery, they're not packed.
Yeah, I mean to have because and then you think about it when this place first opened, like Karl said that he was like, I'm not going to serve domestics, I'm not going to serve Bud Light, I'm not going to serve this. Well, you gotta cater to what your people are looking for. So he had to change over time, and now we sell mostly domestics.
We've worked with New World for 11 years, and I think Karl and everyone involved has done a great job of morphing and just kind of like staying with what the crowd wants. Ever since T-Bone's closed, this place has changed a lot, and not in a good or bad way, but like you can tell there's some of the T-Bone's clientele, like you look at the cooler now and it's like a shelf of Bud Light, a shelf of Coors Light, and it's like if that's what's fucking selling, keep the doors open.
And cocktails, I feel like people are drinking more liquor than ever before. So I'm flying through Casamigos and I'm like, you guys are fucking stupid. Casamigos is like $45 a bottle. You're paying $13 for a fucking vodka, tequila soda. Because George Clooney had his name on it?
It's not insane, man.
But if that's what people are looking for, then that's what I'm bringing in.
I read a stat because I've been the market's been so weird over the last year, and it was a year where I was like, okay, things are evolving now faster than I realized, and it's kind of in a back doorway where it's not in your face every single day. It's subtle. But craft beer sales, beer sales across the board hit their all-time low since 1999, and that was 2 years before the craft beer boom really started kind of picking up, at least around here with Sam Adams, Pete's Wicked Ale, all that stuff. So now if we have all these breweries now that we didn't have before, there's basically, Andy was saying, within 10 square miles, 40 freaking breweries. Yeah. And you're selling less beer than you did when there was only one craft brewery. I mean, where is it going?
Yeah.
Liquor or people? I think a lot of it is legalized marijuana. I talk about every time I think I'm on this podcast, I talk about this.
If you can go to the Inebriart events list and see a distinct change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We work so much more with dispensaries now because dispensaries are like craft breweries were 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. You go to every single one, they're all busy. All the time.
Fucking played at Elevated Roots fucking last year.
Yep.
I can't even get them in my fucking bar that has a music venue in the back.
Right.
Like, I can't even get the Elevators who are from Plymouth to play in my music venue.
Yep.
But they're playing at a dispensary.
Right.
And a small one at that.
Because dispensaries have money to throw around.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
Because, we do bong painting here, but we'll do bong painting with a cannabis company, and the cannabis company will be like, hey, we're going to pay you X amount. Can you lower the ticket price for everybody? And you're like, yep, I can absolutely fucking do that.
Did Suncraft do that yet?
Not Suncraft. Not Suncraft.
They're bringing stash jars and stuff tomorrow, I guess. That's
we
cool.
have stash jars.
Oh.
We bring stash jars.
Is it you guys bringing this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was a weird thing for them, because I saw them put that out, and I'm like, I mean, that's a weird thing, but sure, okay, whatever. That's our upsell.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You think if I did a little homework on the people that I hired to come bring people in my place, that I would know that instead of...
No, don't do homework on me.
I think
Peanut butter gnome OnlyFans.
I think you could say that for all four of us at the table, so let's just make a pact that we will not do that with each other.
There you
Do not Google Andy Driscoll.
go. But I think that we ran... Oh, we definitely ran over because,
Because Jordan's here.
Because we had a guest star on.
Don't shut up.
So, Jordan, this is last call. This is where we go around the table and you get to promote whatever you want to promote. So, I mean, we might as well start with Jordan.
I know.
Start with me. Okay.
Remember, this won't be out in 10 months.
No, this will be out
Next February.
By the end of February.
Okay, we're doing a fundraiser for the Fenway Sports Group because they can't afford good baseball players. So if you come by Speedwell between now and the end of spring training and buy a Speedwell lager brewed by Mayflower Brewery, I will donate 1 hour of my time to screaming on Twitter about how terrible the ownership is.
Done.
The trick is I already do that. Now it's just going to be sponsored by you. I'll drop your name in the hashtag.
In all caps.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Want to see me do it naked? I do.
You get to write the tweets and you yell.
I had some Dan Mahoney energy on that one. I haven't done that.
There's a podcast I listen to, God Awful Movies, and every year they do a charity event called Vulgarity for Charity.
Ooh.
And they've had to change the way they do it because it became so popular. But essentially, you make a donation, and they fucking rag on your person of choice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And they're like, if it's not someone famous, you have to give us some details about them.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Inebriart presents.
But it's gotten so big where they're like, you now make a donation for a chance to win.
Oh.
And they do 150 of them or something like that. Yeah.
Got my wheels turning, buddy.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Let's do an airing of the grievances.
Exactly.
Dan, what do you got?
I'll do that shit for free.
I know.
You do that shit for free every time you record.
No. They got to drink a Speedwell lager first.
Yeah. And then you gotta write a tweet for Jordan, and then you tell me who you want me to talk shit about.
Yeah.
And we'll write it on Jordan's bathroom wall.
Exactly.
Not the Sixers one. Go to Speedwell to play
I
campus.
don't know.
I worked hard on the Sixers.
And then we'll put it on a t-shirt.
I don't know. New World's becoming one of the newer graffiti bathroom places now.
Oh, fantastic.
Somebody wrote, "Don't be a cunt" with a smiley face on it. And then somebody wrote, "Regina George is a fugly hoe." And then someone wrote underneath it, "She doesn't even go here."
Yeah, stop trying to make fetch a thing.
Who's Regina George?
That right
It's
now.
Mean
from
Girls
Mean
Graffiti,
Girls.
dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Mean Girls Graffiti is where it's at.
Yeah.
dude.
I like it.
Yeah, just finish. Put the
That's
whole
why I
script.
haven't washed it off.
Yes. So here's my last call. Go right in bathroom so you gotta be funny.
Right.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is they're rarely
Go right
good.
in bathroom walls and say, "Google Andy Driscoll."
Do you remember when Speedwell, someone wrote Kangaroo Jack is my favorite movie
Yeah.
backwards on the paper towel dispenser?
Yeah.
So when you looked at the mirror on the side of you, it said, Kangaroo Jack is my favorite. They wrote it on the inside and backwards of the paper towel dispenser.
So
See, that's great.
And
That was the golden years.
And the person was like,
making that a framed picture for you for 6s and 7s.
God damn it! I thought you were gonna tell me you were the one that did it. I was,
No.
I was getting so excited.
I can't write legibly or backwards.
and if it was spelled properly, you know it wasn't me. So, yeah. All right, Jess, what you got?
Oh man, I have no idea.
When is Plymouth Calling?
Oh, Plymouth Calling is March 2nd, so it might be cutting it close, but
What the fuck is Plymouth Calling?
it's we do. Fuck, God, hold on, let me tell you about it. Jeez,
You weren't gonna. You
I was
just gotta
gonna.
tell me what it was. I know how
It's
to
a
steer
race.
this
I
shit.
handed her mine. I just didn't know when it was.
I see though the hosts of this show has changed. The energy is very much the same.
No, Plymouth Calling is March 2nd. It raises money for the Plymouth school district's music and theater programs. So it's a couple of local bands. They come and play. They donate their time. And then if you buy tickets to it, it includes a buffet, and then there's like a bunch of 50-50 raffles, and then there's a silent auction, and it's all to help raise money for the Plymouth
silent.
school system. Yeah. So that's March 2nd. So you can get your tickets. It's at the PSMA Plymouth Calling Facebook.
I don't think New World gets enough credit for how much you guys do for the live music scene down here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's fucking, you're the linchpin.
Yeah.
Especially now with, like, the Spire being worked on and shit.
I know, yeah.
Kudos to you guys.
Yeah, we're trying.
All right, I'm going to I'm going to plug Cherrywood Studios. It is Jeff Rosen's recording studio.
Yeah.
He was kind enough to loan me a speaker for our event yesterday because it was so fucking crazy. He's a great doobie. Everybody in Plymouth loves Jeff.
He smokes a lot of doobie.
Probably. I don't know. But yeah, check it out. If you're in the music industry locally and you're looking to record some stuff, or even just have some stuff recorded that you want him to, edit, master. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I don't do what he does. If you want your recording turned into a song, reach out to Cherrywood Studios. Jeff Rosen, good dude.
Do you think he'll auto-tune my insults for people?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Absolutely
You know he would.
Dude.
Yeah.
You're such a piece of shit.
Wow, you would never know. You were just imitating auto-tune?
Yeah, that's pretty good, right?
Is that
That was very good.
That taste of
You gotta do
Yeah.
That's enough of that.
So, so this was Bar Talk, starring Jordan Chavit.
Yeah.
Glad I could make it, guys.
You can find us on all social medias at Bar Talkcast, and you can email us bartalkcast@gmail.com with all your questions, complaints, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Jordan, send us off.
Love you, bye. My phone's blowing up. I gotta go back to work.
And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/inebriart to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at inebriart.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at inebriart or at inebriart6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebriart, and all the other shows on the Inebriart Network, which you can find at inebriart.com. Thanks again for listening.